to another edition of HPTV News. My name is Samantha Ladd.
And I am Delaney Lysuvikon.
Congratulations to our newly elected members of the High Point Student Council. They are
Liliana from Miss Hines' class, Anna from Mrs. Reen's class, Doreen from Mr. Price's class, Winnie from Mrs. Madsen's class, Michaela from Mrs. Berardi's class, Ava from Mrs. Carr's class, Anastasia from Miss Intack's class, Raina from Mrs. Hannigan's class, Emma from Dr. Davis's class, Sandra from Mrs. Kenny's class, Lily from Mrs. Wojcik's class, Eleanor from Miss Oshiro's class, Vivian from Mrs. Duffy's class, Brittany from Miss Terrazas' class, Tamam from Miss Grosskoff's class, Nick from Miss Janice's class, Luke from Mrs. Winkler's class, Tommy from Mrs. Omahan's class, and Mia from Mrs. Dugan's class.
Your first student council meeting will be this Wednesday after school in the library. Have a great year and plan some great activities for us.
Today, September 18th, is National Read and eBook Day.
It is. We are so lucky to have an Epic app back on our iPads this year so that we can join in the fun.
Let's go to Samantha and Delaney in the newsroom to find out all of the great things we can do on Epic.
Let's take a look at Epic. When you log in, this is what your screen should look like. There are different sections like For You, Favorites, Comics, Read to Me. You can go here and it will show you the things that they recommend depending on what you read. This is what it looks like when you open a book. I'm going to open this, which is a series. So I can choose this, which is a Read to Me book. This is a Read to Me book, so it will read to you, but you can read it to yourself by pausing it instead. You just swipe to change the pages. It's really like a real book, just on an iPad.
Last year at Night of the Arts, some families created artwork that was transferred onto a tile.
These tiles are finally in and on display in the east stairwell along with the tiles from the year before. Please take a look next time you walk by.
Bienvenidos. Welcome to Hispanic Heritage Month. What is Hispanic Heritage Month? Hispanic Heritage Month starts in September, and it's the perfect opportunity to study and celebrate Hispanic cultures from Spain to Mexico to Peru. Hispanic Heritage Month starts September 15th, which is Independence Day in Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua, and continues until October 15th. The month also includes Mexico's Independence Day, starting on September 16th, and Chile's Independence Day, which is September 18th. What does Hispanic mean? Hispanic refers to people who speak Spanish or have ancestry from a Spanish-speaking country. Latino, on the other hand, refers to people who are from Latin American countries. There are 21 Hispanic countries in total, and we refer to our friends from Latin American countries as Latinos or Latinas.
What is Hispanic Heritage Month? Heritage is something that is inherited or passed down from previous generations. It also involves ethnic, cultural, and national identity. Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the contributions that Latino and Hispanic Americans have made to the United States. It's a month to honor and recognize the history, culture, traditions, and contributions made by people who trace their roots back to Mexico, Spain, and other Spanish-speaking countries in Central and South America and the Caribbean. How is Hispanic Heritage Month celebrated? Dedicate some time to learn about significant historical, political, and pop culture figures. If you enjoy art, take the opportunity to learn about Hispanic art. This is also a time to honor the independence of several Latin American countries. Throughout this month, there are many festivities, including food fairs, concerts, parades, and plenty more fun that you can participate in.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Juliet Youngquist,
Delaney Lysuvicon,
Samantha Lack.
and Brittany Blaze is signing out. Have a wonderful day.
This newscast brought to you by the High Point Media Team.